So yesterday we saw this post from the Indiana Fever, and it was, or maybe it was today. Either way, yesterday we saw the post from Natasha Howard, and it was saying, we step up for each other. We don't stress over whose night it is. We're all there to win. That's how we repay each other. That's why I love for the world to see everyone on our bench is good. We enjoy fighting and have each other's back. Sophie, our firecracker, I'm proud of you. So, nothing of it. You know, a picture of the Fever team. Natasha Howard quote talking about their team. And apparently, I kid you not, apparently the Indiana Fever chose a picture with without Caitlin Clark in it. Do you know who else isn't visible in this picture? I'm going to tell you guys, take a look. Take a look at all of these players right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 literal visible players. Do you want to know who is not visible in this picture? Natasha Howard and Sophie Cunningham. They are not visible in the picture. The two players, the person who tweeted this and the person there, is not visible. And there's a huge deal because apparently highlighting a squad using a picture of the huddle, the one huddle without Caitlin Clark. Oh, piss off. Oh, piss off. Like, clown on them. She's been noticeably less visible because they're posting about the game and she's not playing. Like, they're not out here posting Bree Turner every day, are they? And she's on the she's on the game playing roster. Caitlin has played 13 games this year. She's played 13 games this year. Like, can we be just real for 1 second? She is barely playing. She is barely playing basketball. Like, come on now. Come on, she's barely playing. She is barely freaking playing. Like, people make all these thoughts being like, they'll call the next person soft. As when I reply to some of the comments, people are doing too much of a random huddle photo. I'm sorry, like, this is a random huddle photo. And again, Caitlin's not the only person not visible in this. As we've seen, Natasha Howard herself is not visible in this. Like, we gotta be completely honest here. We have to. Like, if we're going to call this out, like, this is... I'm just trying to think, like... This is some like, Paige Bueckers fan, Reese's Pieces level of, like, crazy cope. This is some crazy level of cope. Like, I gotta say, like, this is absolutely, like, this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The Indiana Fever just won a game. They're on a 5-game win streak without Caitlin Clark. And according to ABC, they're on a 5-game win streak. They've never had one with Caitlin Clark, even though they had one last year. But let's pretend that Monica McNutt, let's pretend that Carolyn Peck is not the number one Caitlin Clark hater in the entirety of the WNBA. Like, they are, like, they're genuinely, like, they're the anti-Caitlins. They've literally put the anti-Clarks on ABC. And, you know, it's all good. Let them victory lap when Caitlin Clark is gone. Because eventually the Fever are going to get punished, realistically, for playing badly without Caitlin Clark. And there's not one team in the playoffs that is hoping Caitlin Clark doesn't come back. That is hoping Caitlin Clark stays injured. And there's not one team in those 8 that wants to play the Fever. Because let's be real, the intensity teams play with the Fever with right now is absolutely nothing compared to otherwise. But when it comes to fans, like, come on, let's go and celebrate the team. Like, this is always such a weird one it's the people that claim. And if you ask me, does the Indiana Fever organization as a whole and social media team want Caitlin Clark there? Of course they do. Of course they do. How do you try and promote everybody and not just use Caitlin Clark? Yeah, of course. It would be kind of crazy not to, because there is always the chance that she walks or she requests a trade or something. So maybe they're trying to improve the Indiana Fever brand. I think it's idiotic what they're doing. at times, but this isn't one of those times. There are times to call out the FIFA organization. There are people to call out in the FIFA organization. There are times to call out Stephanie White. Yesterday, honestly, you could argue was one of those times where she played Dantas and Leah together. But at the end of the day, the Indiana Fever they're the Indiana Fever. Like, they're in good shape. There's a good chance they go and get home court advantage. And that's all you want. Like, if you said at the start of the season, 5 games ago, we were literally saying, should the Indiana Fever tank? Because we're like, okay, you get into those top 5. You don't make the playoffs. You get into the top 5 picks no matter what. And because of how many games the Sun won, you should be okay. How many games they won last year. And if you get a top 5 pick, you've got somebody good. You don't need a top 5 pick. Go get 12. Honestly, get as close to 1 as possible. Get as close to close to more. Get as close to 15 as possible. And go and take Hannah Stulke. Go take... Heck, maybe take a stash player. Maybe take... Oh, is it Iana Martin? The is that her name? The Spanish point guard. Maybe go and take her as a stash if you don't want somebody. But, like... The Fever are killing it. And I don't understand why fans... It's something that the fans seem to want the Fever team players to suffer and want to call out the players, because let's be real. We can call out Amber Cox. We can call out Kelly Krauskopf. Absolutely, Kelly Krauskopf talking about wanting to make the Fever Apple, all this bullshit. Stephanie White, I didn't make a video on it last night, so I'm not going to make a video on it now, being like the Fever are better, like it's a blessing in disguise, the Caitlin Clark. Like, if she says nonsense like that again, like, it's not a blessing in disguise. It's never a blessing in disguise when your best player gets injured. Like, and I'm sorry, like, she wouldn't dare say it was a blessing in disguise that Duana Bonner quit on the team. She wouldn't dare disrespect Duana Bonner by saying it's a blessing in disguise that Duana Bonner quit so we could get other players in. She wouldn't dare disrespect Duana Bonner like that, but she'll do that to Caitlin Clark. So, like, look, I think Stephanie White, I like Stephanie White. I think she's a good coach. I don't think she's the right coach for Caitlin Clark. I think this team without Caitlin Clark, she's one of the best possible coaches for. I'm not going to question Stephanie White's game planning. I'm not going to question her ability to coach. I am going to just tell you this. I don't like Stephanie White, and that's clear. The answers that she gives, she says stuff and does stuff in games that pisses me off. I'm not going to say she's a bad coach. When I said she should have won Coach of the Month, she should have won Coach of the Month. And a lot of people are like, oh, you've said all these negative things about Stephanie White, and I mean every single one of them. I don't like Stephanie White. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, I'm sorry. Like, as fans, you don't have to like your coaches. Like, I hate that. I strongly dislike Daniel. I'm a Leeds United fan. I strongly dislike Daniel Farke. I strongly dislike Farke. I hated Jesse Marsh. And Bielsa regained my love of the sport. But, like, at the end of the day, look, it is what it is. You don't have to like the coaches. You don't have to like the other players. But when it comes to this team, it's clear they all like each other. It's clear they're fighting for each other. And look, if you're going to support the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark, support the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark. Look, if she goes, you don't have to be a Fever fan. You can be a Caitlin Clark fan. But if she goes and pisses off somewhere else, like, people are going to take it the wrong way. If she goes and fucks off to the Liberty, I'm going to probably move and become a Liberty fan with Caitlin Clark. And with Liberty fan without Caitlin Clark too. But I got to say, like, the vibes are immaculate from this team. Whether it be Sophie, whether it be Chloe, whether it be Sid Colson. On a personal level, this team seems to be together. And let's be honest, maybe every team in the WNBA is going to waste a roster spot on an audible shot clock from now on. Because let's be real, the Fever don't get that many shot clock violations.